Have you ever contemplated the reason behind our breathing? This question, albeit simple, carries significant depth, doesn't it? The explanation resides in the remarkable machinery of our pulmonary system. This complex array of organs and structures hold a critical responsibility in preserving our vitality and health. It is imperative for our bodies to perform at their peak, that our cells are furnished with an incessant supply of oxygen. As we engage in the act of inhalation, air rich in oxygen ventures down into our lungs. It is then assimilated into the bloodstream and distributed to every cell within our anatomy. However, this is merely one aspect of the process. As crucial as the provision of oxygen is the evacuation of carbon dioxide, a byproduct manifested by our cells. Through the act of exhalation, this carbon dioxide is purged from our bodies, thereby securing a stable internal ecosystem. Incessant sequence of inhalation and exhalation, the procurement of oxygen and expulsion of carbon dioxide constitutes the crux of our pulmonary system. Absent our respiratory system, not only would our survival be threatened, but completing the most rudimentary of tasks would become untenable. The human respiratory system extends beyond the commonly perceived confines of our lungs. This assertion prompts us to acknowledge that this complex mechanism comprises numerous indispensable components, each contributing distinctly to the respiratory function. Commencing at the beginning, the nostrils. More often than not, their significance is trivialized. However, the nostrils are the human body's primary safeguard. They warm, humidify, and purify the air inhaled, guaranteeing that only the purest air is admitted into our lungs. Following the nostrils comes the trachea, also referred to as the windpipe. Consider it as a robust conduit, serving as the principal passage for air to traverse from our nostrils to the lungs. Its walls, fortified with C-shaped cartilage rings, preserve its open configuration, ensuring it does not collapse or hinder airflow. Emanating from the trachea are the bronchi. These are reduced tubes that further bifurcate into even smaller tubes known as bronchioles. This branching structure, evocative of an upside-down tree, ensures that the air is dispersed uniformly throughout the lungs, proceeding to the lungs now. These are two expansive, porous organs situated on each side of our ribcage. They are the paramount site for gaseous exchange. But what facilitates this? The answer lies in minuscule sac-like structures named alveoli. The alveoli are the authentic champions of the respiratory system. Each lung houses millions of them, furnishing an extensive surface area for gaseous exchange. Oxygen from the inhaled air permeates across the thin alveolar walls and into the bloodstream. Simultaneously, the waste product carbon dioxide diffuses from the bloodstream into the alveoli, poised to be expelled out of our system. This complex mechanism operates ceaselessly every moment of every day to ensure we obtain the oxygen we require and discard the waste products our body deems unnecessary. It is a delicate equilibrium, a synchronization of life unfolding within us. Hence, it's evident that each constituent of our respiratory system possesses a unique and vital role in facilitating our ability to respire and sustain life. What transpires when we engage in the act of inhalation and exhalation? Upon commencing the process of inhalation, air embarks on a journey, traversing through our nasal or oral cavity, descending the trachea and reaching our lungs. It is an intriguing voyage, one that does not cease at the pulmonary organs. The air, rich in oxygen, continues to navigate through increasingly minuscule conduits until it arrives at the diminutive sacs known as alveoli. At this juncture, an extraordinary exchange occurs. Oxygen permeates through the delicate walls of the alveoli and penetrates the blood in the proximal capillaries. This oxygen-saturated blood then circulates within our body, distributing oxygen to every cell, enabling them to generate energy. How does the organism handle the waste product carbon dioxide? It embarks on a journey of its own. Cells discharge carbon dioxide into the bloodstream, which is then transported back to the lungs. It infiltrates the transcends the delicate walls and is subsequently ejected from the body upon exhalation. The intricate journey of air within the human organism is a captivating biological process that unfailingly occurs every moment of the day. Let us now delve further into the subject matter of the alveoli, the miniature sacs that facilitate vital physiological processes. Every human lung encompasses millions of these minuscule balloon-esque structures, otherwise referred to as alveoli. They function as the primary venue for the crucial gas exchange, oxygen and carbon dioxide. Envision the alveoli as minute chambers filled with air, wherein a continuous, vigorous exchange activity is taking place. The walls of these chambers are incredibly thin and enveloped by a substantial network of diminutive blood vessels, known as capillaries. This architecture facilitates an expedient and effective exchange of gases. Visualize the process of inhalation as it engulfs your lungs with air. This oxygen-abundant air navigates down your trachea, traverses the bronchial tubes, and ultimately arrives at the alveoli. Herein, the oxygen diffuses through the thin walls of the alveoli and permeates the capillaries. The oxygen subsequently binds itself to the red blood cells. These oxygen-saturated red blood cells then commence their voyage via the bloodstream, delivering indispensable oxygen to each cell within your. Concurrently, as oxygen is being transported by the red blood cells, carbon dioxide, a byproduct of cellular metabolism, is also in transit. It journeys from the cells, through the bloodstream, and converges on the capillaries encasing the alveoli. At this point, the carbon dioxide diffuses across the alveolar wall, infiltrating the alveoli. Subsequently, as you exhale, this carbon dioxide is expelled from your body, thus creating space for a fresh intake of oxygen during your next breath. In this manner, the alveoli ensure a persistent supply of oxygen to your body whilst concurrently eliminating carbon dioxide. This gas exchange is an integral component of our respiratory process, and it is transpiring presently, even as you are engaged in listening to this, at an extraordinary pace and magnitude within your own body. The alveoli thus play a pivotal role in oxygenating our body and in expelling the superfluous carbon dioxide. Hence, the intricate dance of life continues, one inhalation and exhalation at a time. Thus, we have conducted an in-depth analysis of our respiratory system. We have examined its remarkable complexity, from the sophisticated anatomy that facilitates respiration to the course of air as it descends into our pulmonary system. We have investigated the function of the alveoli, minuscule, grape-like structures tasked with the essential function of gas exchange. Oxygen is incorporated into our bloodstream, providing us with the vital energy necessary for life, while carbon dioxide, a byproduct, is expelled with each respiration. This elaborate exchange of gases transpires within us with every breath. It serves as evidence of the extraordinary complexity of human biology. The respiratory system extends beyond mere respiration. It's a vital element of our survival. It's an impressive process that emphasizes the wonder of our existence. Recall, each breath you draw is a testament to the phenomenal work executed by your respiratory system. Therefore, inhale deeply and recognize the marvels of your physiological structure.